There are a lot of mysteries in the Maine woods and even in the wetlands in your neighborhood.
Every spring, there is a mass migration that happens when a lot of us are sleeping. David Guildford recently joined a group of Mainers keen on making sure this phenomenon went smoothly.
This time of year, a rainy evening, is perfect motivation to stay in. But out there are creatures antsy to move. Each spring, March through early May, crowds of volunteers don jackets and reflective vests, ready to help with an annual migration.
Hey, how are you?
In Bridgton, Dawn Wood is their leader.
So we count them and try to help them and see how busy this area is.
They are amphibians. When the warmth and wetness are just right, instincts spur them to cross from their winter wetlands to spring spawning grounds. The volunteers are effectively crossing guards in waiting.
You know, it is about conversations and people understanding. Maine Big Night, helping amphibians cross road, frogs, salamanders, whatnot.
They call it Big Night, but it could be any night that has these conditions. Before sundown, the critters lie in wait, unseen, but they make their presence known.
Do you have a decibel meter?
When darkness falls, it's time to find a new home and love.
You might see the wood frogs mating.
Might see the wood frogs mating?
Mating, yeah, well, you'll see him on top of her and they'll just be floating for a while.
The primal urge to find a partner with whom to float through life is powerful.
Hey, bud, you're poking out. Another one?
But for a tiny amphibian,
Oh, wow.
the journey can be a horror film.
Car! You can see why car tires just obliterate them to nothing, because they're nothing to them.
Groups like this gather across Maine each spring, spending their rainy nights outside.
Ready?
They see an amphibian,
You seem very chill.
scoop it up,
This guy wants to go. All right, good luck.
and carry it in the direction
Bye.
it was facing. But why not just let nature take its course?
Look at the frog.
Survival of the fittest, as they say.
Every time we put a road in, we just block somebody's habitat. So now there's a barrier for them to get to where they breed, to whatever. Food source, water source. You know, we as humans have a huge impact, not a good one, on our environment in so many ways.
Wood is a Maine master naturalist, something that has her happy to sprint across the street to release a frog.
Once you know something, like these little critters crossing the road, you start to care about them. And you're invested in them, and you want to take care of them.
The volunteers spread out, find the animals, and report their numbers to Wood.
That's the night so far?
For my book, so Hadley's running one too.
Time, weather, location, participants.
Or they report to Hadley Carreau,
Oh, here's a frog.
another master naturalist.
Hi, buddy. Hi, dude. To be entirely focused on an animal's night and their seasonal patterns, and I don't know. There's something about that. The reorienting of my life for a moment that I really love.
Along the way, they count the losses, too.
One dead wood frog?
But every creature safely across is a success.
I got one peeper and one wood frog, both going this way.
Okay, great.
Eddie Grace lives in Bridgton.
I live just around the corner, so this way is like the shortest way for me to get to Freiburg, so I come through here a lot.
He won't think about his commute the same way again.
Definitely. Definitely going to think about this differently. This road's now a totally different thing for me.
So that shows you all the salamanders.
There's a whole menu of amphibians to look out for,
He'll pinch, so be careful.
and the occasional massive bug.
Wow, let's get him safely off the road too, though.
But there's one animal that can stop the group in its tracks.
Spotted salamander. Really? Where? John, do you want him down there or do you want me to?
You can right now.
A spotted salamander.
Hi, buddy.
Oh, wow.
Too large for one person to hold, with a permanently smiling face and polka dots.
He's like, I hear them calling to me.
Moments like this make the group forget their wet clothes or the late hour. They found a unicorn, a slimy green unicorn, on its way to make.
So
And
good.
So cute. And what a great excuse to not go out on the town on a Friday night. Instead, hey, I got to stay in. I got to stay close to my home. I'm helping frogs cross the road. It's such a great thing. So Big Night groups collect their migration data until May 15th. So if you are interested in grabbing a rain jacket and volunteering, you can contact them through mainebignight.org.